The following movie is rated R.
Welcome back to the R-Rated podcast. Today's guest is Victoria Marjasso. Did I say that correctly? Marjasso.
However you want to say it.
You probably recognize her because she's been on the podcast before. And today we're going to do
all different out of the kit effects.
We're doing different
quick
effects.
And easy and wound.
Easy stuff out of the kit. So if you have a kit at home, you probably will be able to follow along. And if you don't have a kit, maybe you could buy these things.
You're my canvas.
Exactly. Today I'm her canvas. But before we get into that, we shot a 60-second short about 2 weeks ago for Halloween. It wasn't for Halloween, but it fit the theme of Halloween. It was actually for this competition. We didn't win, but it was fun. And it was quite the experience to, try to challenge yourself to create a story in literally 60 seconds. I already struggle creating a story in 15 minutes. So 60 seconds was pretty hard. But with a great team, we did it. And it was super fun. We made fake blood. First time making fake blood.
Fun and easy project.
It was actually a lot easier than I thought. We went to the store and we got corn syrup, dish soap.
I want to see if you remember.
I do. I corn syrup, dish soap, and then some food coloring. And then you just mix it together and then add a little splash of soap to get that little thinner, fluidy look, right?
Basically, the soap helps. So if you're putting the fake blood on a prop, a fake metallic knife, it tends to want to bead up a little bit. So adding that soap to it helps it to flow instead of beading. And
it really, and you could see the difference too. As you were mixing it, it was just becoming smoother. So that was the first thing we did together for prepping for the shoot. And we didn't really need too many crazy props or special effects stuff. We just needed a lot of fake blood and to make it look like it was gashing out of the neck. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's on YouTube and Instagram.
Now.
I know, right? And it was cool because it's actually out of a tube, which I didn't know that's how you make it squirt, but that makes sense. You literally attach a tube from behind the neck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then tape it, and then she was pumping the blood in a little bottle, and it was pump, 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 pump. And then it was coming up. It took a little while at first because it was needed to get up. But then once you had a good flow
up the
going,
tubing so that it's ready.
Exactly. Once it was halfway, it was it was coming out really, really nice, which was really cool. It gets a little messy, but I feel going into it, you kind of have to expect it. You're playing with blood that's literally shooting out. So
spraying out like a hose. I know. Normally we'd have a full neck prosthetic that would go across and kind of conceal that tube better.
Yeah.
We were kind of cheating it so that his hands were concealing the edge of the tube, which was cool. That
I mean, it was cheap filmmaking.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That
when you don't have a big budget and you're oh no, I can't afford to do buy a prosthetic and do all that. That was a way to do it. We were how can we make this happen without using too much of our own money or stuff that we have, and that's
making do with what you have. I already have all those supplies. The same with the blood splatter.
So what do you want to start with?
Okay, what do we do first?
Whatever you want.
We will do some simple bruising.
Okay.
So I brought these.
So what palettes do you use for? Yeah. So what's your favorite bruise palette?
So that's what I was gonna say. So I used two different things.
I have one of those. I don't know how to use it, but I have it because I got it for one shoot and I needed it for a little black eye. I used a tiny bit of it and never touched it again. Don't know how to use it. So it's just been sitting there. You can have it.
After today, you'll know.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, so you would recommend this one?
So I use them for different purposes. So these palettes that I have a million of because they're my favorite thing ever. Every time I go to the makeup store, I buy a new one. These are alcohol palettes. So they're kind of the same way watercolor would work, but it's activated with 99% alcohol instead of water.
Oh, cool.
So when you put it on the skin, it doesn't come off easily. And you kind of need that 99% alcohol to kind of remove it.
Got it.
Yeah, unless you're really rubbing or wiping your face, it's staying put. Yeah. You can sleep with it on.
Oh my God, really?
You probably shouldn't, but it would stay on to the next morning.
Oh my God, that's good makeup.
So For the alcohol palettes, I'll choose this if I'm doing it somewhere on the arm. If I know that they're going to be moving around, there's going to be motion, someone's going to be grabbing. Ooh. You're going to want to go for the alcohol because that's going to stay better.
And you want to go for those colors, like yellows and blue. Like, how do you know which colors to go for when you want to do a bruise? Like,
that depends on the stage of the bruise. So if it's right after you got hit, it's going to be still like a fresh pinky red, like a slap in the face look. The next morning you're gonna start to kind of see that redness and the purple, that deeper color start.
And it's like purple yellow looks crazy.
Then the next day you'll start to get that green, the yellow, and those are the colors that indicate healing. So that's a good.
So it's actually a good sign if you see that. Oh wow, I didn't know.
That means
because that's when it looks like the crazy. But that actually makes sense. I feel like it always looks the worst, but like it can before it gets better.
That's so true.
Yeah,
I know. Like
with scars
the day
too.
Something like that happens, you're not sure if it's going to be a bad bruise until the next day, right?
That actually happened with my spider bite when I was in Mexico. It wasn't a spider bite. I thought it was a spider bite originally, but I walked in a spider web and it had like acid in it, and it burned my face, and it was black. And then it scabbed, and then it was brown, and then now it's like, it looks like sunspots.
It healed so well, though.
But it's still healing. You know what I mean? So I was like, just thinking about that. I'm like, damn, yeah. Like at one point, this looked so bad and ugly. Like I was like, it's hideous. But then it started getting better. So I think it had to get that ugly to like heal. So when you were saying that, I was like, deja vu.
Like the scab stage is always the nastiest. But once it falls off, it's like, oh, okay, we're getting somewhere. So yeah, when things need to stay put, I'll use the alcohol palettes, and that's for anything paint related. So for coloring the prosthetics, this is a grunge palette, and this one's more for dirt and ash and grass stains. It has everything. This one's kind of like a monster
stains.
One.
And you don't think about the grass stains.
This one's simply blood and aged blood. And then this is another flesh tone palette, this one, and then the darker skin tone.
So you would recommend like having at least like one palette of each of those colors, right? Because there's like, you got your yellows and blues in there, but then you also have like brown tones and red tones.
If you're starting out, I'd recommend
what's a good starter palette? Those two.
So these two for skin tone, because you have all of your corrective tones as well as skin tone, and then on this one the rest of the skin tones. So
makes sense.
Those, I know I need to buy the full size of everything. They're just cheaper and tinier size.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh yeah, like what's the price difference too? Like between these palettes?
I think this one's 70 something, and then these are around 50 something.
But do they last like a good amount of time? Where it seems like it's like something you invest in.
It's like watercolor. A little bit goes a long way. Okay. So you're using a lot of alcohol, a little bit of pigment. Okay. And then the last one that you need is the effects one that has all the colors, so you can mix up. And it has the two blood tones as well. So so you can create different tones to correct things, to just paint things. Wow. To add depth with the darker tones. This one's a bruise tone here, but I would still mix it with others.
That's so crazy, like how you can just see the colors and you're like, yeah, this will make that. Because like I see the palette and I'm like, I see yellow and I see green and I see red. I'm like, I don't know how this is going to become a bruise.
But that's how just by playing around with it is, how you learn. And
yeah. Is it like all about the blending too? Is that kind of like key to like how to make it like look legit? Is the blending? Is that where it all comes down to? Where like, you have to just blend it really nicely so it looks like it's like in the skin or part of the skin versus like just slapped on. I don't know.
1,000%. In blending the two versions is very different. Going between a cream to the alcohol paint, because the alcohol dries very fast, so you have a shorter working time. Right. And you have to apply it a little differently. It kind of picks itself back up if you stipple it the same way as cream, and it doesn't give the same effect. It starts to look like watercolor on your skin.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. I haven't used watercolor since I was a kid. Like, you know how when you paint watercolors like on like in kindergarten or like first grade, you draw a picture like of the sun and like the beach with a palm tree. I don't know. That was my drawing, very specific. But honestly, I haven't used watercolors since back when I was a kid. So when you say watercolors, I'm like, wow, that brings me back,
I could teach you that too.
Ooh. Okay, so what are we going to start with?
Too.
What are we doing?
So,
you want my left side?
I'm going to start with let's start with the alcohol. And then we'll go to the cream colors.
Cream colors.
I'll do this on the chin, and then I'm going to do the cream one on your eye. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, yeah.
So you choose the cream one. I use the cream one around the eye because alcohol paints around your eyes. Burny, sensitive, not fun.
Thanks for considering my eyesight.
Of course. I've had the alcohol in my eye before. You live, but for a few seconds, it's not so fun. So you just kind of pick up a very, very tiny amount on your brush and dilute it with that 99% alcohol.
Is this going to be a new, like a fresh bruise or like a day?
Like second, third day. I want to add a little bit of the green starting too, but just
maybe someone threw a basketball at my chin.
Yeah, because fresh bruises aren't as fun.
Yeah. Create a scenario, guys. What happened to my face? Why do I have a bruise on my chin?
And we can try and tie in the other things to this and create
a story on my face.
Yes. No, in school we had this thing called like grab bag day, and we would pick out of like a hat basically, and it would be different prompts for, like, mine was drug dealer gone wrong, and I had to kind of
No way. Oh yeah, sorry. No way. So they gave you like little scenarios, and then you got to create. That's actually cool. I like that. Because then you can, like, use your imagination, but also like you're like, okay, now I know like what like genre like to like pursue, I guess, because there's so many different types of like injuries. Like, did you fall off your bike, or were you in a brawl or bar fight or something, or did you fall on your face?
Did you just simply fall on your face?
Did you simply fall? Did you slip on a banana? We're still trying to figure.
That's the theme of the day.
I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, is that real? Do people really slip on banana peels?
Yeah, that's our question.
Yeah, if anyone
slipped on a banana peel before,
have you slipped on
hit
a
our
banana
line?
Call us. You can get insurance.
Let me know how you like it.
It feels good. So right now, it feels literally like she's just painting on my face.
Yeah.
Like, not a bad feeling. So it's like comfortable. Like, it just feels like art on my chin, honestly.
Yeah. And that's what it should feel like. Always.
Yeah. Like, I feel like if it's burning or itching, or that's probably a sign of like, maybe have her stop.
Yeah.
As you can see, my chin is bruised. She said it was like day 2.
Just a simple little.
Which three which colors did you mix together just now?
So I used a little of Bruise tone, which is the purple.
Bruise tone.
A little of the green here, and then some prime yellow. And I basically just went back and forth between the palette and the back of my hand to kind of diffuse and blend the colors together, make them look a little more nasty. And then you stipple it on pretty randomly, actually. Like, you could close your eyes and do it, and it'll look more real than if you had your eyes open.
Right, because bruises don't shape perfectly. Like, that would be weird.
Your brain wants to blend it, but you can't, because then it looks like paint.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it does look, it literally looks like I like got hit in the chin.
It's gotta be a little splotchy.
Yeah.
Which is easy to accidentally do with the cream.
I'm just gonna get like uglier as the episode goes on.
I should have brought little moles.
No.
Nanny McPhee.
Oh my god! You know what would have been sick? Giving me a prosthetic nose.
Let's turn you into Nanny McPhee.
I'm actually down. I'm down to be Nanny McPhee.
And I wake up at 6 o'clock on a Monday morning.
Remembers the time exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, to a cat jumping off of my face, and I remember turning and thinking, "All right, I'm gonna touch my face and see if I feel." You? I wasn't sure yet because I had woken up to the feeling of her landing on me and jumping off. So I put my hand to my face, and I was like, if I don't see blood, I'm going to put my head right back down on the pillow.
Right.
I was had just been woken up.
Yeah.
And touched my hand to my face. Went like that, no blood. And then I saw 2 drips drip off, and I was like, ooh. And then I ran to my mirror, and it was just cut wide open, split my lip.
Oh,
it was really
shit.
nasty.
That would be quite the way to wake up from a nap. You're just like, I'm bleeding.
I was so pissed.
I'm like, should we recreate your scar on my face? We can. Okay, where do you want?
So now, let me do this. Yeah. Do this cheekbone, and we'll do a similar phase of the bruise.
Sounds good.
but with the cream, so you can see if they look different or
Oh,
if they
yeah.
look the same.
Now we're using some cream.
So I basically grabbed the same colors with that too. I didn't grab the yellow for this because this green already has a lot of yellow in it. So the perfect
Bruise
shade.
color.
Yeah, I use a lot of this like violet color.
Who do you do you practice on when you're like on yourself, or like, I don't know, like mannequin heads? Like, I don't know, like how does one practice like these things?
I used to do both myself. When I lived home, I practiced on myself a lot.
Do you think it's easier to do it on yourself or easier to do it on other people?
Other people. I feel like everyone would disagree with me.
I'm like, did I trigger something?
I think maybe that sounded aggressive. I swear if I saw my face, it would...
I was like, oops, wrong question to ask.
That was the New York. Sorry. I forgot what the question was.
If it was easier or harder to do makeup on yourself, or like special effects makeup,
I think it's easier to do it on someone else for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, you can move around and get better angles. You can tilt their head into the light. Whereas like my face is very narrow and oval, so I feel like I can't see the side of my face as well as I'd like to after working on other people.
That's interesting because I feel like, because I've tried to do like regular makeup on other people, like just for fun. And it's like hard for me. Like I feel like maybe because I don't know, like, I don't know, like, you like, for me, I have to like hold their face and like hold their face and like stop.
Right. Another thing is like getting confident directing people, because it's like weird at first.
I feel like I have too much of a shaky hand to do like eyeliner on someone else.
I sometimes, if I haven't had coffee in a while, I won't the day before work because I get scared that my hands are gonna shake.
Yeah.
And
what do you do if your like, has it happened to you? Yeah.
So if your hands are shaking from coffee, I put this hand kind of on my body and this one on my elbow to kind of stabilize, and then I put this finger somewhere on the face. And then you've got like a
support. It's like a little arm crane. Yeah, literally. That's amazing. Yeah, because I feel like that. I mean, that makes sense because I've held my arm before. This way?
Yeah, just want to catch you in the light. Okay, so I left... Basically, the top of the cheekbone is like a tighter spot of the skin, so it usually leaves like a little highlight, a little pop of like skin tone showing through. And that also kind of helps to make it look swollen.
Right.
And then you do the purple kind of fading out into the green where the outside of the bruise begins to heal.
All right, here, everybody look at it. See the difference? One's cream and one's alcohol-based, right? Yeah. Alcohol-based. Cream. Alcohol base, cream. Which one do you like more? Do you prefer like
I like them both.
I like them both. Okay.
I think
I'm gonna look at myself in a selfie way so I could see, and I'll tell you which one I like.
I can't choose. I don't know. You want to try the tooth color? You want? Okay. I'll make it nasty.
Victoria hit me.
And rotted my teeth.
Victoria wants me to go to the store with her after this.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm going to be like, my friend forced me to come here. This is what she did to my face because I said I didn't want to go.
I forced her.
How?
This is also alcohol. An alcohol palette. This is not.
This is, yeah, I was like,
this is alcohol.
You can't, this won't get you drunk.
So I'm going to have you take this cotton pad and wipe off all the moisture on your teeth and then hold your mouth.
Okay.
Hold your lips off of your teeth for me.
So just.
And then while she's doing that, I'm going to grab a little tip.
Hold my lips. Oh, wait, what am I doing?
You're supposed to hold your lip up so it doesn't get moist.
I was like, oh, I see.
So, yeah, it just has to be dry.
Got it.
And then I'm going to grab some of these colors on some Q-tips. Okay. Now I go like this and take it out. A green. I like the green. Okay. Turn this way, tiny bit.
Mm-hmm.
Your man's gonna be like, "Who is she?"
Oh, sexy. Can I talk? Can I?
Let me test it.
I don't want to show that.
Yeah. Show the crowd.
Show. Here's my mouth. Oh my god.
So we used
I look like I haven't brushed my teeth in like 10 years.
coffee stain, nicotine, and rotted.
Ew. Don't smoke nicotine, guys.
This is same as the other alcohol palettes. If you want it to be more opaque, less alcohol color. If you want it to be more translucent, just a hint of yellow over the teeth to show some age, then use a lot of alcohol color. And
damn. Imagine I like go out.
Or a lot of alcohol.
Someone looks at me and I'm like...
Like, ooh, she's cute.
Yeah, like, oh, like I'm filling up gas. You can't see my teeth. Like I'm like this.
That's how I feel when I
giving
reveal
them
my
eyes.
Take off my mask and reveal and get perceived by everyone. I'm like, oh my god,
this shit's crazy.
Like, oh,
look at what a little bit of like stuff on the teeth can do. Like I already feel like I have like I'm a total character change.
Let's do like a little road rashy scab. Because that might need to dry. And when you're applying makeup to someone, you do kind of watch them transform, like their personality. It'll fit the character.
Yeah, like I feel like I have to act goofy, like because I look goofy.
I keep looking at us in this. Okay, so where should I do it?
What are we doing next? A dry rash?
Yeah, like road rash. Is there any way? Could you do like like your elbow or something?
Totally.
Nice.
Might help though.
Okay, so you just glob it on.
Looks like poop.
Right?
I feel like my character
At least
would
it
say
smells
this.
good.
Also, I'm not Priscilla this episode.
Your character would be like,
what would my character
I don't know about you, but that's not chocolate.
My name's Helen.
Helen.
It kind of smells like chocolate.
Anime.
Or coffee. Or am I tripping?
It is coffee.
Yeah, right? It's coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like...
Hazelnut, actually. It's hazelnut.
It smells good.
But yeah, I guess you could pick a flavor that you like to smell because you're going to be around it more often when you're doing this kind of stuff. So you kind of plop it on, push it around until it's flattened and just like in a position that you like. You can take off some of the extra globbies.
Ouch, I fell off my bike.
Ouch. I need life alert.
Help, I've fallen.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
All right, this is the Bruise.
And I'm going to grab a little bit of the rose and the coral adjuster. And that'll create a little bit of irritation around the edges.
So how many hours of like just practicing have you done like that you're at this level now? Like, I think you have to like
oh my god, too many.
Yeah, like you must have already put like at least like 1,000 hours in, right?
Easy, yeah, definitely.
Ooh, nice.
It's been
looking good.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
But I love it the same every day.
Right. It doesn't feel like it's work for you, right? Like it's like
no. That's you know, I was worried because people say, oh, you don't work for a day if you love what you do. But then the other people say, if you do what you love, then you're gonna get sick of it and hate it, and then like loathe your existence. So I was kind of worried after school that what if that happened? Like I hit this plateau and got like bored. But it's so different, you know, from each set. It's
different every set, but I feel like you can't compare it to like...
Even if I wasn't doing makeup, it's enough change to keep me like...
Even if it is the same shoot and it's a longer shoot, each day is so different. You don't know what each day is going to bring you, honestly.
1,000%.
Like, set life is so unpredictable, and like, I know it sounds dramatic, like, oh, you never know what you're going to experience, but like...
But it really is.
It really
is. Sometimes you really think you know how the day's going to go, and then it does not go that way.
And almost every time you think you know how it's going to go down because you have that shit planned out to the T, because like, if you do, then you know, like, mistakes probably won't happen, or you're more prepared for when they do happen. But there's always that, little surprise here and there that you didn't expect, and then you just got to figure it out together.
Roll with the punches.
But that's like
and
what makes good
team
building, honestly. Like being able to problem solve together quickly on set and not make it like more stressful. Because I've definitely experienced that too on sets where it's like instead of like defusing the situation or helping each other out to like make it less of a shit show, like people would just add on to it, and I'm like, oh, the set environment.
That's what I was just gonna say. I honestly, the conflict shows me if it's a good group or not because it's the problem solving. It's how they resolve it that shows me, their character, and that's when I decide, okay, this is a good team.
Then you know who you work well with and who you don't.
So I dabbed a little bit of fresh blood on there just to create that little. Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah, that shit looks crazy. It looks like
I open a little bit, and then we'll dab it in all the little crevices.
So Q-tip is like one of your best friends because it's like
for this one, yeah. So the stuff that you mix into the coffee is called Prosade, and that's a skin grade adhesive. So if you use a spatula or a brush and you don't clean it off quick enough,
yeah, look at that.
That's a little road rash scrape for you.
That hurts.
We could also
I bet you could like prank Nick with this, be like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you I fell earlier." Oh my god, I keep forgetting about my teeth.
Like when you're not at work,
you can make me
you
uglier.
Keep going and going and going and going.
No, this is fun because I'm usually never in the makeup chair. Like I see it go down, and like I'm like, okay, like this is like at some point I have something to do with like the storytelling part of like how is the makeup gonna look like in this scene or that, or how bloody, how dirty, whatever, how cute, how pretty is she gonna look. But I'm never actually like able to sit and like see the process step by step because I should be doing my job too and doing something else on set, right? If I did have all the time and like was able to see all the steps, then I'm probably not doing my job as a director, or maybe wardrobe because I've done that too on set, whatever. So it's cool that I can like sit and actually like see every step and how it goes down, because I always just see the end result. I'm like, how did she get to that from that, And I always wondered, like when they dirty the teeth, like if it was like fake teeth that they just like put in, like dentures, yeah,
I could make those.
Oh shit, really?
Those are fun to make.
Really,
I can show you. You literally just take an impression of the person's teeth the same way they do at the dentist. We buy the same exact stuff. We use the same dental alginate, the same teeth forms.
You're like, I'm a dentist.
And then, just to warn you, wrinkle stipple stinks.
Interesting.
It stinks like rotten egg, kind of. It's like liquid latex smell. And this we use to do old age. I'm going to use it for a different purpose today because I had some extra left over. But...
yeah, that smells interesting. Out of all the things, that probably smells the worst out of all. Oh, wait, what am I doing?
Forehead first. Sunburn. Or I could do nose.
Yeah, I like a nice little...
and then we can do the other 2 burns on your forehead.
I like a nice little nose burn.
Little nose burn. So for this, we're going to start stippling on thin little layers of this liquid latex. And you let it dry in between each layer for a little bit.
That's so crazy. So liquid latex, it's literally latex?
Yeah, it's like the stuff that's at like CVS during Halloween. It's the same stuff, but this is wrinkle stipple, so it has some type of like filler or something in it that makes it more opaque and stronger for the old age use, which I can explain too. Also, when you're stippling on stuff, I always rip the sponge. Sometimes I even rip off the little edgies just so you don't have those little corner marks. Helps diffuse it a little better.
Here we go. I'm about to get burned. It's funny because I don't really get sunburned. So this will be like...
this is your first experience.
It's my first experience getting sunburned.
And hopefully only, because real sunburn is not fun.
I have gotten, like, I usually get just really dark, but then it's happened where, like, my skin started, like, just being, like, it was really dry and, like, looked blotchy, but I don't sunburn. It's not like it's any better, but it's different. It's still annoying to be, like, blotchy and dry.
Yeah.
Probably should just wear sunscreen and be safe because the sun is strong. and it will age you.
It's bad for you.
It's like one life lesson I got from my mom. Like, always wear sunscreen.
No matter what. Yeah, no matter who you are, it's always good to wear sunscreen.
I just touched my my teeth on accident because I forgot.
They feel like chocolate.
And I literally was like, ew, why do they feel like that? Yeah, I felt like my teeth are dirty.
So while that's drying, I'm going to do a pass on your forehead and start that second burn. So the sunburn is a 1st degree. The one I'm going to be doing right here will be 2nd degree. And then the last will be, guess, 3rd degree.
Ding, 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 ding. She got it right.
So just going to get this, the rose and the coral adjuster again on as a little base underneath the...
Oh my god, it smells like Bombay alcohol.
It
literally smells like Bombay alcohol.
Bombay gin. I love Bombay. That was my favorite for
Bombay and lemonade. Shout out Wiz Khalifa. I swear to God, I got a whiff of Bombay. Like when it, not that it was bad, but it was just funny. I was like, why did this bring that certain smell back? Yeah, Wiz Khalifa. I don't know. Yeah, but he sings it in his song. He's like, Bombay and lemonade. I don't know the rest of it. That was, and I remember I was like, I'm gonna buy Bombay lemonade. Like he literally sings about it.
Definitely of age.
Yeah, definitely of age when I bought it.
It's so funny.
You know what would be funny to do? We should make ourselves old.
We could see. I was gonna show that today, and then I was like, it's better to do the whole face though,
right?
So
than just doing one. But yeah, totally.
So you basically just keep building up layers and layers and layers because this is going to be that broken skin in a few minutes. And then
so layers is the key. Layer that shit up.
Yeah,
layer
it up.
Oh my god.
So for the 3rd degree burn, we're going to add a little bit of tissue paper. And I'm going to rip the edges. Same as the sponge, so I don't have any weird little corners. Yeah. Burns usually don't have the harshest corners. I mean, if you were seared by something, but we're not going to do that.
What do people do when they, like, add that, like, bubbly, like, blistery look? Like, how does it bubble? How does it look bubbly?
Like the wet look of it?
Yeah.
I will show you that.
You're like, I'll show you right now.
I brought that. Yeah,
you did?
I'll show you that for the 2nd degree burn.
Ooh.
So a little layer of tissue, and then you stipple back over that. The same way you do that classic YouTube Halloween makeup with the toilet paper and the liquid latex. This is basically that.
That's amazing.
I'd only recommend doing this for this, though. I wouldn't recommend doing this for wounds. We've come a long way. We don't need to do that anymore.
What do you use for wounds? Like what's your go-to?
My go-to? These little jars called 3rd degree.
Oh.
It comes 2 parts, A and B. They're platinum
silicone. They're literally like powder. Oh, no. Silicone and powder.
Yeah. What's that? What is that TikTok? Oh, but
yeah. No one gets up.
You take your palette knife, equal parts of A and B, mix them. Then with your spatula, you actually sculpt your wound. You can do any little wound that you want as long as you can sculpt it in 5 minutes because it sets in 5 minutes.
Oh shit, really? I didn't know that. So you literally have like a 5-minute timer. You're like, go, go, go.
You go through and paint it. You have like 5 minutes working time. And then you have like a few more, like a minute or two where you can kind of like create the cut in the middle, but really that's it. The blending part you have to get while it's still goop.
That's pretty cool.
And I actually starts off Vaseline consistency and then turns into silicone, like the skin.
Oh shit! Are they using Vaseline to make it look wet?
No.
Oh, okay.
You can.
Because I was like, that would make sense.
You can use whatever you want to make it look wet. There's so many different things.
Damn, yeah. There's probably so many like different ingredients and items that people use to like, as long as it's skin safe, right? Like I feel like
because that's the thing. Makeup really is. It's just made up.
It's just made up.
People just over the years found things from other things that worked. Like if you work in a shop, if you've ever worked in a car shop and you were a makeup artist also, you'll realize that there are some similar slang terms for things. Like there's this stuff for a car called Bondo that you use to fill and repair and patch a car.
Oh, okay.
We use that glue that I used on you, the Prozaid. You mix that with a thickener or you whip it until it's thick. And you can use that to kind of smooth up against edges and blend a prosthetic into the skin. So we're filling gaps. Okay. So someone named it Bondo, and we call it Bondo. So this is funny because it's just like we make things up as we go.
Literally, yeah. It's kind of therapeutic.
Alcohol.
I don't know why, but I feel like it's kind of relaxing.
It should feel relaxing.
I feel like that's what you would want to as like the actor if you were getting this stuff like applied on. Like you wouldn't want to like dread like, oh no.
Exactly.
Like I have to sit in the makeup chair and it's gonna hurt or it's gonna itch but apparently Jim Carrey was one of those people that was like complaining when he was the Grinch.
See, I've heard that so many times, but I want to hear what day he started complaining because
what day? Because it was like 100 days, right? Or like 97 days, like something crazy.
Probably a long, that is a lot to have on you for that long.
And to be fully
painted.
And
he had like you had to wear a whole suit thing that was hot and heavy.
I'm pretty sure it had to be like his, like some parts of like his neck had to be painted. His whole face had to be like done. Like his hands had to be done and his feet. Something like I'm pretty sure like more than just his face had to be done. So I think that's why it like really pissed him off.
After a week of getting this, I mean, we can be as gentle as we can, but after a week, your skin's going to start to feel when you're getting stuff glued on your face.
That's true.
It's not going to feel great after a long time. So I feel like that is like a planning. There's no way around it when you're doing.
Yeah.
Production has to keep it going.
But do you feel like now, since we have so many like Avatar, for example, you know how like they have like stuff on the face that it's like CGI
tracker dots?
Yeah. Like, do you think in the future they're going to like do that for like the Grinch instead of doing like special effects or something?
They go back and forth. CG never looks quite as good for certain things. Yeah. Especially like random things like blood splatter and all of that.
Blood looks so fake. I was watching Final Destination. What was in the first time? I was just like, you know, like I want to see it. It's been a while, and it was like Halloween month, so I was like, why not? And the special effects was so outdated, but like, you know, it was classic for what it was. But I saw like blood and like even the fire, and it just looks so fake. It just looks so like outdated, and I was just like, I wonder though, now that we're evolving with special effects, like if that's gonna be the future. But that would also be bad because that could be jeopardizing the special effects makeup team, right? Like on film sets. But at the same time, that might cost too much money also to like do special effects like that.
I learned this in school too. I feel like it would be best if they just kind of coexisted.
Yeah, that's another thing. I feel like these departments, it's almost like it's a competition, but it like I think just coexisting and figuring how you can like make it even better, make it even more advanced. I feel like that's better thinking. Like if the special effects team and makeup, hey, like, okay, I can do this certain type of makeup look, and if you add like one of those like CGI dots here, it make the makeup pop here more or something. I don't know.
Like with the tooth color you were saying, I wondered how they do that. Sometimes they'll do a tooth green and they'll black it out that way. Green screen, black it out. So it is a missing tooth in the final product. Which I like that. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine with that.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know.
Because I'm sure that'll always look better than painting a tooth black. Right. You know what I mean? Having that actual negative space.
Right.
That's so like true. That. I'm like, heck yeah. Of course you're going to want to do that digitally. So now this is like the
so what are you doing now?
Pulling the Elmer's glue off your fingers when you're little.
Oh, yeah. It kind of feels like
you just kind of pick
it kind of feels like when you're wearing a face mask and it starts to dry and it's like time to wash it off. That's kind of what it feels like. But it also does feel like glue.
DIY nose pore strip. Kind of looks like it right now, actually.
Ew.
Like, I don't like that. So you just pull off little pieces of the tissue randomly to create kind of like this little, almost like a gash in the middle.
Damn.
And same with the latex over here. You create kind of a big circular area. I'm going to keep it small because it's on your head and I want to show the difference between the two.
Right.
But that's your blister. It will be your blister. And then we'll see if this is ready too. And always ask, are you comfortable? Does this feel like I'm plucking you? Okay, cool. Before you pluck anything.
Yeah, what if I was like, no?
Because you don't want to do this to the real skin. But yeah, I basically just pull off little spots. And then...
Yeah, like I feel like this type of stuff would be easier to do on someone else than practice on yourself. Because it's like, how can you see? Well, I guess like I wouldn't be able to see. But at the same time, maybe like a mirror.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, sorry. Maybe close. It might be a little close to your eyes where you can feel the fumes. So you can totally just keep them closed for now. Yeah, even the fumes sometimes are strong enough to make your eyes water. They are.
I was like, what's
strong stuff. Just work up little spots, and then you go back in again with that rosy color. And you hit the nose with that too.
Ooh, that rose. That's a good color. I'm excited.
Good sun.
Kind of tickle.
Just flick it on.
I'm keeping my eyes closed, so I'm surprised. What if I was like, thanks so much for doing my glam makeup, and then this is what I look like?
Turn this way. For the nasty blister look.
Ooh, that's
everyone's favorite.
Jelly?
KY jelly.
No way.
Yeah,
no way.
KY jelly.
Are you serious? The sex jelly. No way.
You just a little dollop.
I would have never guessed that. That's crazy, but cool. Okay.
A little dollop.
Learn something new every day. This is why we podcast, because it's like I would have never guessed that.
Isn't it so random?
That's so
that
funny.
Sounds like you can use whatever.
Yeah.
That was my little
that was your hint.
Segue. Yeah, my foreshadowing.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And then you just pop it into the blister. And another fun thing that you can do that to me makes it look more real is you can mix a pigment. Like you can add the tiniest little drop of like any type of lighter foundation, and then a little bit of like yellow pigment or a little bit of green pigment or a little bit of pinky pigment, and you can make that look more pus-like or
she looks hurt. I look hurt. I look damaged. So
that's like, let's add. Oh, I still.
You're like, let's make her uglier.
Let's add a little bit of the blood to it, and then
try this at home. See if you look like me. Out of all,
now we'll do the last one. So this one's 2nd degree.
Okay,
you get kind of a little blister going, and then we'll have 3rd degree.
3rd degree,
which is like
that's intense.
Charred skin. So the same as the blister one, you go pack some of the rose adjusters back in there.
What about you know how like Freddy Krueger look when it's like that like burnt skin with like holes in it, where it looks almost like cheese, like, you know, like when you burn.
Oh my
cheese.
God, my teacher.
How do they do that?
My teacher in school used to call it swirly pizza cheese.
Yes, that's literally what it reminds me of.
I know. I wanted to bring that, but then that would have taken too long to get it ready. And
we have so many things. We were like, oh, let's make ourselves. Oh my God, I forgot I had a scab here. I touched myself and I was like, what?
That's all right. Turn this way. And then you go over the tissue.
Ooh, tissue.
With some black color. You can use the alcohol paint. You can use eyeshadow, whatever, cream, whatever you want.
You literally can use whatever works.
And then this, weirdly enough, you do kind of keep it. nicely around the charred bit is usually pretty like cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do kind of little, not like striations, but little
like
dabs going out to break up the color.
Like small
a little
bit.
Dabs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have to like do another take and stuff, like is it easy to get it back to this like same color level? Because like when you do touch-ups and stuff, like does it get darker at all, or like are you able, like, do you wipe it off and then like apply it again, or do you like when you put more on, it's not as much?
Stuff like this usually stays put.
Okay, so you don't have to like really reapply it that often. Okay.
The latex, close for me.
Mm-hmm.
The latex kind of keeps it in its spot, and then the alcohol colors, and you go in and seal it too.
Mm-hmm.
Soak up some of this excess.
Yay! Damn, yeah, it looked like I got hurt.
Go over any of the extra tissue with this rose adjuster.
When you don't want Halloween to be over.
Right? I know, I wanted to keep it super Halloween-y. And that's like fresh skin in there. And then you pack some of that.
That's crazy. And all this in under an hour. Like, she literally bruised my elbow, gave me gross teeth, gave me a sunburn on my nose, gave me bruise on my chin, gave me bruise on the side of my face, 2nd and 3rd degree burns. Y'all need to see this shit up close.
But I don't have it right here. So
I don't know. Is this thing on? No, I'm just kidding. Look at this shit.
Are we recording?
This is intense. Like, it looks literally like I got gashed open. Like I fell on my face.
The swirly pizza cheese is gelatin.
Oh, it's gelatin?
I don't know how we got off. That was the answer to that. Yeah. You heat it up in the microwave, and then swirl
things
it
you can do in under an hour.
The nastier, the better.
No, honestly, yeah. Like I feel like the more stuff you throw on there, it looks more like realistic. Because when you do fall, it's not like a pretty like, oh, it's so perfectly scraped. You know what I mean? Like when you fall, it's usually gross or like crusty and stuff.
I always take pictures now too. Reference pictures of my wounds.
So, okay, another thing. Do you go online and look up like?
Yes.
But then,
and it's weird because am I on some watch list right now? And
I feel like you end up on like the dark web.
Research, but I'll add like makeup artist on the end, or I'll add like medical reference because I don't know.
Yeah, because if it's like, oh, like can you like someone getting stabbed in the like, let's say chin, like face or the cheek, it's like that's pretty aggressive, right? But it's like if you type that into the internet, like what kind of photos are you gonna get?
I had to. And I printed a few out because I was like, well, maybe if I print it, then I won't have to keep searching it. But then I'm like, that's weird. Do they
have like a wall of printed like
do they know that I printed it? Are they like, why is
like,
this?
Even weirder, she printed the picture of the gash.
It's like she has a whole folder. But I'm hoping.
Like a shrine of gashes.
There's so many makeup artists in the world that I'm sure do this. So
oh yeah, you have to.
There's
like,
a way they can roll it out quick. They look me up once and they're like, okay, there's 2 Victoria Marjossos in the world. One went to Harvard, the other one's an FX makeup artist.
Wait, really? One went to Harvard?
Yeah, shout out Victoria A. Marjosso. Good for you, Harvard lady.
That's so funny.
Isn't that funny? The only other one.
That's awesome. I don't know if there's like another Priscilla out there. If there's another Priscilla in Practitioner out there, like find me.
Yeah, you have a different name too.
Yeah, my name's pretty like out there. Like, I mean, first name, I'm sure lots of Priscillas out there. Priscilla. But in Practitioner, I don't know. Priscilla in Practitioner, I really don't know. Like, that's.
Yeah.
If there is another one out there, I'd be like, find me. I want to hang out. Because that'd be so crazy.
Like, I accidentally sent my TurboTax stuff to that Victoria. Yeah. She was like, I think this is yours. Yeah. It's like,
wait, so you guys
like
have to
the meme of the spider pen pointing at each other. That's me and her.
Wait, that's hilarious. Oh my god. Well, thank you so much for coming on and
thank you for having
roughing me up and giving us the whole explanation because I mean, honestly, it wasn't even that hard, but it looks like it would be very difficult to do.
It's all so simple. It's
I love it though. Stuff. I love that it's like a 3-step process almost, like for most of them. It's like just, wet it, blend it, let it dry.
Wait for something to dry.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah, like
call
that's
it a day.
Pretty much it. Oh my god. So if you want to, make yourself look like me in under an hour, watch this video. This is going to be the cover of me like
my Instagram is Victoria Marjosso MUA. And my website is victoriamarjosso.com.
And you'll find more looks like this. So check them out.
Yeah. This is a brand of mouth blood. They have all different ones.
Yeah.
And we're going to use the pitch black color. Tilt your head back and stick out your tongue. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 drops. And then swish that around in your mouth. And you can add some of like your own saliva up in there and kind of create that juice. and then you can let it run down your mouth, or you can just show the camera however you want to go about this. Now you're the actress, so you got to sell it. You're the grudge, and you're like, oh.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
How is it? Yeah, that's pitch black.
It looks like it works.
Oh no. Wait.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh no.
Oh my god, sweet. It tastes like candy.
Yeah, they add like mint flavor, I think, into it, and then some type of sweetener.
That was some grudge type shit. Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Now they're stained. Okay, yeah. So once you're done using the mouth blood or the black goo, whatever you pick, it's like those. Do you remember that toothpaste when we were younger? That was one? It was like bright blue or something, and it like showed you where you needed to brush. It reminds me of that because it stays. If you have any plaque on your teeth, or if you have like deep, if your teeth aren't like fully touching each other, it goes right into the cracks and kind of sticks into the cracks. So it just reminds me of that toothpaste. That's where you need to brush.
Well, just wanted to show you guys that I could get even uglier.
You're still beautiful.
Thank you. Well, all right.